if we were to branch out as a black community and govern ourselves in 2021, where will we start? So we would just slide over and separate ourselves, and and not even so much just separate ourselves, but just dependent on ourselves, became dependent on ourselves and shit. Where will we start in 2021? And I guess Diddy, you can kick this one off because I think man probably started the last one.
Yeah, I gotta think on that, John. That's a good question too.
Yeah, so people can't really hold me to, accountable. I'm doing it, you know what I mean? I'm thinking like whoop whoop. But I would think that every state, country, whatever, it started with a constitution. We would have to, you feel what I'm saying, find some leaders, some people that we feel are capable, able, all that to be the leaders.
Yeah.
And we would have to definitely ink up a constitution of what's laws and, you know what I mean? Because, it's a lot of laws that's BS, but law is needed. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would say that we should probably start with making our own constitution and our own laws and things like that, and picking our leaders, which is probably like 3 different answers, you know what I mean? But, I feel like that's where we should start at,
All right, I'm gonna let you go. I'm jumping after you.
I was just gonna say one thing today because Diddy hit a good one. That was a good point. I ain't even thinking from that perspective. But I would say then we would go to our school system. You know what I mean? Because that's where the education portion are coming up. And I think we spoke on that like last week. And having our own education. You know what I mean? I think that would be the next portion we'll go. So once we do the Constitution, we have our own school system, so we can teach ourselves, about life, not just history, but about life, how to, just how to all the stuff we talked about, how to grow, how to do our own business, how to just the necessity of how to live life productive. So I think that's the next step we should take.
I think all those are great. I think we will probably start with what y'all said. You know what I'm saying? And then to add on, it'll just turn into how to make what we aiming for be such a consistent, the brainwash to begin. You know what I'm saying? Where it's it'll start to get into the music, the education, you know what I'm saying? Where it'll be so like I want to say forced, but like example, right? I had rap a minute ago. A nigga was some years ago, and a nigga heard it. Nigga was like, "Yeah, that ain't crazy, whoop de whoop." And I was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to tell people shit with my music, whoop de whoop." Nigga was like, "Yeah, bro, but the only thing is niggas ain't really trying to hear that. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear whoop de whoop de whoop." And I was like, well, yeah, I think it's just on us, though, to trick them into hearing what we want them to hear, because they don't fucking know anyway. They do whatever the fuck you tell them to do. You know what I'm saying? I was like, our ABCs was taught to us in a song. You know what I'm saying? So I think the very first thing, I mean, like obviously, we'll lay down some ground rules, some, you know what I'm saying, like you said, with a constitution, you know what I'm saying? We'll put it into the education where it'll be the, you know what I'm saying, your constant. But then after that, getting into a nigga psyche, you know what I'm saying? Where a nigga treat this shit like a belief system. It ain't just, you know what I'm saying? Because I think we thug because we believed in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think if a nigga taught a nigga and made a nigga believe that, hey, bro, that nigga next door is your brother. You know what I'm saying? That nigga next door. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to hold each other down because y'all in the same community. It took for me to get told and be sitting down locked up to even think like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're about to start mixing with different niggas. And obviously, when you start down the city, it's going to be on some hood to hood shit. You know what I'm saying? By the time you get to the system, it went from hood to hood to, oh, he a Richmond nigga, so I'm probably going to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wouldn't have fucked with you on the street. Right. But because we in here, and there's some shit, and now I know you for something else, it's, oh, yeah, now I'm fucking with you. My salad ended up being a Tidewater nigga. I came in thinking, fuck Tidewater niggas. I end up fucking with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Then I started to realize, damn, but why the fuck do I think that? Why do I think fuck you because you're from Tidewater? And I feel like, and I'm going, you know, go to bat for a richer nigga when on the street, we probably would have been at each other's head. You know what I'm saying? Just because you ain't from my hood. It's so, it's in our psyche. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know what I mean? I'm going to let y'all like comment on that before. There you go.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I would say like you basically was saying like we gotta refurbish our minds. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, we gotta like rewire people's minds and stuff. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree with that because a lot of things that have been taught, you know, were probably opposite of something that is going to make us grow or that's beneficial to, you know, our people. Right. But I don't know if it'll be harder to refurbish the mind or will it be better to probably just take the young people and start there. You know what I mean? I agree with that. It's better to just take the young and start there. Like the people that's like our age and upper, or maybe
they might be too far gone.
Maybe even 20 and up. The ones who can't do right, they just gonna have to be gone somewhere or whatever. But we're gonna have to start with the children. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, you know it's crazy. Go ahead.
Yep. Go ahead. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
So look, it's crazy that you say that, right? Because I was talking to this woman when it came down to vote, and I don't want to veer too far off. Just another like point too, but I ran into this lady. This one voting was hot. You know, the election shit going on. I'm at the gas station. I pull up, you know. So this old lady is across from me, and she in a Benz too. You know what I'm saying? So we get to talking about cars, but she an old ass lady. You know what I mean? But that was her way in. I'm thinking it was just some simple, you know, nice car. You know, we sitting saluting each other for the car, you know, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, do I vote? That was her way into talking to me about voting and shit. So I gave her like a short little spiel on like, I don't really, you know, get too deep into it, whoop the whoop, but because I don't really buy into all of the president shit, I don't really buy into that shit, you know, blah blah blah. So she riding for her side. She working for who she working for. So she's trying to convince me. She working her move, trying to convince me. And I'm like, you know, I don't care about that. And you wasting your breath trying to explain it to me. And my reasoning was, she gave me an example on some shit like, if I don't like, you know, my community being a certain way, the way to fix it is me going out and voting. And I was like, what if I don't believe in none of this shit that I'm voting for? So my best bet is just raise my kids the way I want them to be and put them in a position where I'll be voting for them. You know what I'm saying? That's why, because I know where their morals lie. I know where they stand. So I said that to say, yeah, I do agree, like on that, giving it to the kids, because grown people, man, they tied into whatever they believe already. They lost in the sauce that they lost in already. It's that teach an old dog new trick shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And some of them ain't lost. Some of them know the truth, but they pockets lying to the point where, man, I ain't trying to lose my job, or I ain't trying to lose my money, or, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, it just gonna have to be, it is what it is. It's sad to say, though, but some people that's our color, we even gonna have to go to war with their ass. It ain't all about color. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Some people that look like us gonna have to get their goddamn ass whooped or whatever. You know what I mean? Too, because they just ain't it. They ain't on our side, and it is what it is. And to talk about that voting thing, it's crazy because like now, like you said, I don't want to veer too much off, but everybody was so pro-democratic, and Biden and all that, right? Get Trump out. Now the Democrats is doing a lot of laws that's basically not letting people have freedoms. Like even on Facebook, they saying that they working specifically with Facebook to censor some stuff that you saying. So now the president Trump wanted that out. He wanted it out that they shouldn't be able to sensitize what you say. But now the Biden administration is working closely with Facebook to censor whatever they think is wrong information. So basically, you know, people have voted for somebody that, you know what I mean? Well, what's understood don't need to be explained. But yeah, go ahead.
Right. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Because that's a topic I want to get into, bro. I think it might be too early in our career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to get into that motherfucker. I might say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that it's some shit. It's some shit that I feel like our people need to hear that shit. You know what I mean? But I also think it's gonna stir up shit. You know what I mean? Because I ain't where a nigga think I should be. You know what I mean? Because I don't follow the crowd. I don't follow the group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of like, I just look at everything for myself.
That's the way to be.
Man, fuck it, man. I'm going to get into it, man. Fuck it, man. I'm going to just get into it, man. I'm a Trump fan, man. I'm a Donald Trump fan, man. I'm not Mr. Anti-Biden, but I'm a Trump fan. You know what I'm saying? And
it's crazy because when we was
and I don't mean it in no negative sense. Huh?
I said it's crazy because when we was younger, everybody loved Trump.
Hey, that's what's crazy, bro. That's the wild part about this shit, bro. The wild part, bro. The nigga was cool, bro. What happened? Why they stopped fucking with my? See, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with him, bro, because I like the fact that my nigga, he tell you what he thinking, bro. He say what he thinking. You know what side of the street my nigga standing on. You know what I'm saying? Before I go in, I'm gonna let him jump in real quick and introduce himself and shit. You know what I'm saying? Chef Goldmouth, my coon brother.
What's going on, guys?
All right.
You say you a Donald Trump fan? Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, you know why I
come
said
on with that.
that.
Come on with that coon and shit, man.
Hey,
you cooning already?
I can't lie, man. I can't lie, man. I can't get on here a lot of my people, man. I'm a Donald J fan, man. While niggas run around wearing Michael J's, I was screaming out Donald J. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Hey, look, let's keep it all the way real. Keep it all the way real. What nigga slid through, opened the floodgates to the bag to the people. You got motherfuckers getting checks off of the president. We ain't never got no checks from the president. I don't know, but I don't remember never getting no checks. I seen niggas. I seen an entrepot nigga, and then he turned into an entrepot nigga. I'm telling you, bro. That's how it was going, bro.
But he a racist though, bro.
So what? Everybody's a racist. Everybody's a racist.